Baxter Good, and I'm pursuing a career in landscaping.
Okay, how did Blue Ridge Community College and CTE classes at Brevard High School prepare you for this career?
So the CTE classes at Brevard High School, I took personal finance. I think that's helped me with, I guess, like the business side of things, where I'm trying to figure out how to start a business, how to run a business, how to do the finances with a business. And BRCC, I haven't started classes there, so I don't really know how that's going to help me very much besides the classes that I'm taking. But I chose BRCC because it gave me a chance to stay at home in my community and keep running my landscaping company.
Nice. How do you start your own business? You're talking about this landscaping company, so can you give us just some of the basic steps you take to start your own business?
So first thing I did was I went to my insurance agent and I got liability insurance and workers' comp insurance for landscaping. And then next I called our attorney, and he has done most of the paperwork when it comes to helping me set up a business. And he actually just sent me a piece of paper that has the name of my company and a bunch of other stuff, and I send that to the Secretary of State with a check for $125. And then once that comes back, I get a number for my business, and I can start a bank account with that number. I can do a lot of different things with that number, and just like it legally makes me a business here in the state of North Carolina.
And is it hard for someone to find an attorney like that can help them with the legal side of things?
So I actually don't know that. I used my parents, but I'm sure it's not very hard to find one.
Gotcha. And why are you interested in this line of work?
I am interested in this line of work because it's good work to do not only while you're in college. It's easy to do once you get out of school. You can go mow yards, you can go do some landscape like plant plants and stuff. But I chose this because I really enjoy it. It's fun for me to mow yards, it's fun for me to plant and water plants. And it's also a very good way to make money. It's a very cash rich business. And another reason I also chose this is because it's kind of just recently hit me, but when COVID hit, there was my uncle, he's an orthopedic trauma surgeon, and you'd think, wow, he's never going to lose his job. But he actually lost his job, and I've still been able to stay and work because people still need their grass mowed.
Interesting. That's really cool. What are some of the biggest challenges that you faced in starting a business?
So some of the biggest challenges that I've faced are getting the equipment that I need. The equipment to start a landscaping company is not cheap. Mowers are expensive, trailers are expensive, weed eaters, leaf blowers, all that's expensive to get. And I couldn't have done it without the help of some friends of ours and some family of mine, because I have actually, as a graduation gift, when I graduated high school, someone gave me a trailer that I could use, and I spent my own money on weed eaters and leaf blowers, but I have recently been using my parents' mower until I can save up enough for my own.
And you were talking earlier about personal finance, and I heard you speak earlier about taking out a loan for some of your equipment. How big a role has that played?
So for my truck, I took out a loan for my truck, and I could have paid for my truck in cash. I had the money to do that, but I wanted to start establishing credit. So I took out a loan for the truck that I use for my landscaping company, and I have been able to start establishing credit while still being able to pay off my truck each month because I've been making money mowing.
How has playing sports affected your life decisions and your career path?
So playing sports has affected a lot of my life decisions in a lot of different ways. I'm not a person that likes to let people down. I hate letting people down. So with a sports team, like, I know this, everybody says this, but I really do feel like the kids that I played with are my brothers, and I actually played with my brother on the football team and baseball team, and I don't want to let them down because I stay up all night and party and not be able to play good in the game, or not be able to practice, and give them all I can so that they can become better.
Gotcha. That's awesome. So sticking on football a little bit, I'm sure you guys went through a lot of adversity. I know that we did as a team. How would you say that some of those difficult situations shaped who you are, both personally and professionally?
So personally, some of those difficult situations, like sports, I'd say helped me the most out of anything, and the one word I'd use is work ethic. Like, a lot of people summer workouts really are to thin out the week. You run and you lift, and summer workouts are the worst thing ever. But if you can stick that out, and you can stick it out to the end of a season, you feel like you've accomplished something, and it creates a sense of work ethic, and you just don't want to, you don't want to give up on something. you want to stick with it all the way through.
Yeah, that's good. Really good. So here's another little side question about starting a business. What steps can high schoolers take to be ahead of the game in landscaping or construction?
So first of all, I would say I wasn't just like, I want to mow grass. I'm just gonna start my own company. You got to learn. You got to learn from someone. And I actually have been working with a landscaper for the past few years, learning about how to do the finances, learning about the way to mow grass, what height to mow it on, a lot of different stuff that you wouldn't really think if you were starting your own company right away. You just have to learn that by doing it with someone who already has prior experience.
Interesting. So almost kind of like an interning type of thing.
Yeah, almost like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's good. And then the last question: what advice or insight would you give to a recent high school graduate who is looking to start a business?
I would say probably close to the same answer I said for the last question. I would say that it doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to do realty, you want to do contracting, landscaping, I'd say work with someone who knows what they're doing first and learn from that person.
Nice. Good deal. So then, do you have any closing remarks or advice that you would like to give to someone who's going to be in your shoes pretty soon?
Well, what you just said about the internship, that kind of like, a lot of internships you don't get paid for, and I just want to make it clear that landscaping if you do it right, there's a lot of money to be made. So don't think that you're working for free while you're working for someone. You can still make good money working for someone.
Yeah, that's really good advice. All right, well, thank you, Baxter. Appreciate it.
Thank you.